Grow Clinton, a regional nonprofit organization focused on promoting business growth, building community, and advocating for the sustainable economic success of the greater Clinton region. Grow Clinton This Morning, a program in partnership with KROS.
Well, on today's program, Stacy joining me in studio. Got a big event coming up this week, Stace.
We do. Wednesday of this week is our annual meeting, so 4 to 7 at the Eagle Point Lodge. We'll have just kind of celebrating the accomplishments of the year. We do have our Leadership Institute graduates that will be receiving their certificates as well. So,
what is the format of the evening? Do you guys get started with like a cocktail hour or something like that?
A little bit, yeah. So 4 o'clock, doors will open and we'll get everybody checked in. There'll be a little cocktail hour, and then we will do the presentation. And obviously there'll be food. We have a meal catered by Creative Caravan Catering, so that's always good. So.
And it's going to be at the Eagle Point Lodge. What a beautiful venue.
It is. I haven't been in there yet since the new floor has been in, but I have seen some pictures, so looks good.
So I would imagine Andy will speak, but are there others who will speak? And I know you've got special presentations.
Yours truly.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, so I got told last week that I will be presenting the Leadership Graduate Certificate, so I'll be up there. I actually wrote a script for Andy, and he said, well, why don't you just do it? So I have my script ready and everything. So we had 16 graduates this year, and I believe 13 of them are able to attend, so that's great.
And you were telling me before we went on here that you're going to be taking over that leadership program.
Yes, so that program is in my hands now. So I was just kind of waiting till everything was done and over. I did a survey of the current graduates just to see kind of what they liked, what they didn't like. So moving forward, we can, make sure that we're hitting the points that, the citizens want to see. So.
This is a program that's been around for some time now, and yes. What is the general purpose of having this leadership program?
Well, I think it's changed over the years. I know when I was in leadership, which was 2012, that dates me a little bit, right? We actually had a project to do. So it was a group project, something that would be good for the community. There's the lighthouses along...
The riverfront.
The riverfront up there, yep. So that was a project. The Clinton sign out on Highway 30 was also another project. And then my class's project was that large inflatable screen that you still see around today. So we purchased that for the community, and we did a free movie night. We actually did it in the Lumber King Stadium in 2012. So, and that still gets used around the community, and I believe it's housed at Parks and Rec.
So the program itself, these people that are involved, they learn about the city, the different aspects of the community, and things along those lines.
Yeah, so they'll learn a little bit about city government. We have the mayors come in and speak, city administrators, and just kind of learn some of the process, because as kind of an outsider, just a citizen, you may not know the process and how things go. So we like to introduce that to people. City council is also involved in that too. And as far as the leadership goes, we do Strengths Quest, so they can find out what their strengths are and how they can play to those. And we have some different speakers that come in and just talk about different leadership styles, and then also how you can implement that within your role within your workplace.
I believe at one time they used to have like tours of the city as well.
Yes.
Do they still do that?
Yep, we do that. There's 2 tours currently, and I believe we'll keep both of those. Obviously, the tour is one of the highlights of the whole class. So in the beginning of the session, it starts, Matt actually does kind of like a history tour around town. Because there's a lot of history here, and he is the history guru, so we assign that one to him. And then at the end of the course session, we do kind of the tour around Clinton. We stop at the airport. A lot of people have not been to the airport. If you don't have a reason to go there, you're not just stopping out there. So I think that's a little bit of something that people enjoy as well, to go out there and see that we have an airport here in Clinton, and we're really fortunate to have that. So.
Certainly are, especially with all the industry.
Yes.
It's amazing the people that fly in.
Yeah, you don't know about it, but they're flying in and out right there, and it's really convenient for them. So
again, visiting with Stacy on Grow Clinton, so I know we got some ribbon cuttings and other things coming up.
We do, already tomorrow. So Dutrac Community Credit Union celebrating their 80th anniversary. So at 3 p.m. tomorrow, we'll be out there on the west end of town. It's 2445 Valley West Court. right there on the corner. So there is still some construction out there, but you can get there. It's very accessible. So tomorrow, 3 p.m., we'll be out there.
80 years, that's incredible.
80 years, I know, right? And then, so we did have to move our Biz After 4 this month. We just had some scheduling conflicts with that, and we didn't want to, have people to compete with different events and whatnot. So we decided to move that one to Tuesday, June 30th. So that one, speaking of the airport, will be out at the airport from 4 to 6. So once again, if you have not had an opportunity to visit the airport on Tuesday the 30th, that'll be a great opportunity.
Generally on Thursdays, but Music on the Avenue has begun now on
There's
Thursdays.
so many things going on in the summertime, and the last Music on the Avenue was great. It was the dueling pianos, and technically it was the first one because the first one was rained out, unfortunately. So Grow Clinton is a sponsor of Music on the Avenue, obviously, as well as our biz. So we didn't want to have our members have to decide where to go and whatnot. So plus we wanted to be at both as well. So have to divide and conquer.
There you go.
So.
What else we got?
Then we move all the way into July already, which is crazy. So on Wednesday, July 1st, we will have a ribbon cutting at American Family Insurance with Casey Smith. He has been in that location for 1 year now. So that's 413 South 2nd Street. So that's Joe Leonard's old place.
Yeah.
So we will head down there and celebrate his year at his new location. Page number 2, right?
You're like Paul Harvey.
I know,
Page
right?
2.
So July 7th, so that's the Tuesday, we have our Value Spotlight Community Impact Award. So quarterly we do Spotlight Awards, and this one actually will be taking place at our office, Grow Clinton, 721 South 2nd Street at noon. And what we are celebrating there is the Clinton, Comanche, and Northeast superintendents, just with their partnerships and collaborations that they have done well over more than the last year. But, we really want to recognize them for pulling things together. We do the symposium now annually, and that was hosted at Northeast this past year. And for this next year coming up in March, we will be at Clinton High School. So.
I know all three of the superintendents relatively new. I know Alicia Christensen just completed her first year.
Yep.
Of course, you got Justin Schaefer and Wes Golden.
Yes.
I think they've been on the job for 2 or 3 years now. So doing a great job,
Yeah.
and all from the area.
Absolutely. So maybe they left, but they're back. So we want to go ahead and celebrate them. They just, like I said, the symposium, it's come together really well. We've had our 3rd annual, so next year we will work on that 4th. They do like a shared bus system. They share an HR person. So just really not siloing themselves into their own and really working together.
Yeah.
So we will celebrate that on the 7th. And then on the 9th, which is Thursday, there is a job fair kind of coming to town. So there is a Highway 30 corridor job fair coming through. We are the last stop here in Clinton. Obviously, they started on the other end of the state and moving this way. So on the 9th, the mobile unit from Iowa Works will be stopping in the Hy-Vee parking lot. They will be there from 11 to 1. So anything you need help with, resume writing, even applying for jobs, if you need access to a computer, there's computers on that mobile unit. And there will be a few employers there, and I have not got the list for that yet. Iowa Works is working on that. So
it'll be on July 9th.
That'll be July 9th from 11 to 1 in the Hy-Vee parking lot. It's a big white and green bus. You can't miss it. So. Okay. And then I have a couple more things here. One more ribbon cutting for July 10th. That will be at Air Control celebrating another milestone, 70 years. And that will be at 8:30 in the morning. So start your day off there with us, celebrating 70 years. And yeah, we're excited for that one as well.
And golf. Coming up.
That's the last thing. So on July 24th is our golf outing. It is open for registration now, so make sure you get your team in. I haven't looked at it yet today, but there still are spots open, so make sure you get your foursome in there registered. We do ask that you register just one team at this point, so we give all of our members an opportunity to get a team in if they'd like to, and then at a later date, we can go ahead and get those second teams in.
Yeah, because that fills up so quickly.
It does fill up quickly. So we can have 36 teams. That's 2 per hole. Right. It's a lot of logistics, but Chris is great out at the Valley Oaks, he is a whiz at it. So
He does a great job.
he gets everybody assigned to their hole, and we don't really have to do that piece of it. We just have to get them a list. So it's really great.
As always, appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.